Alright guys, ladies and gentlemen, it is Crimson Jockey, and today we're going to be reviewing the Scarlet and Violet news. I'm going to move my mic over here actually, that way I don't have to lean over like this. Today we're going to be reviewing the Scarlet and Violet news that came out just a couple hours ago. If you notice a change of scenery, that's because there is one. I have moved dorm rooms. I am entering into my senior year of college, and so this is my room for the next year. This is going to be the perspective you guys are going to be seeing if I ever do face cam in the next year or so. But yeah, so we're going to go over the information that came out today. Rather than just playing the trailer and reacted to it, I thought that it would just be better to talk about the website, because all the information is here and you've already seen the trailer, so I'm not going to waste your time on watching me watch the trailer, because I've already seen the trailer, you've seen the trailer. Let's just talk about the information. So the website has undergone some changes. There's just a couple things here. There's more information, obviously. So we're gonna start with characters. We're gonna look at characters, and we're gonna see everything that was announced here. So if you look, you're gonna notice some new characters. We have Arvin, Clavel, Grusha, Jack. I think that was his name. Jack, Penny, and that's it. So let's start with Arvin. Arvin is an upperclassman at the academy. He's good at cooking and is researching healthy recipes that can help Pokemon feel better. He will be asking you to help him out since he isn't good at Pokemon battles. So it was kind of like, this character was almost presented in the trailer as another rival of sorts. It says that he's not good at Pokemon battles, so I don't expect you'll be battling him much, but I would be shocked if you don't battle him at all. So I'm sure, yeah, I mean, like, there's him with his Pokeball, so, like, I'm sure you'll fight him at least once or twice. But, yeah, so that's Arvin. He's kind of cool. I like his hair a lot. So now we have Clavel, and as you can see, he has a different outfit depending on what game. Obviously, this is Scarlet, and this is Violet. Clavel acts as the director of the academy that you're attending. Since you're a new student, he will teach you many things about your school. He can be strict, but he can also be kind. He seems to be a friend of Professor Sada and Toro. I would hope so, since they work for him. It also looks like that he's stacked with Pokeballs. So maybe he'll, he might be the evil team leader. He might be one of the gym challenges, or he might be the champion, or, just someone that you're probably going to fight at some point. And he seems very, like, regal, sure of himself. So, I'm sure that we'll probably fight him at some point, but I like him. Here we have Grusha. Grusha used to be a professional snowboarder, but I thought Grusha would have been a female, but no, he is now the gym leader of the Glacedo gym full-time. He's an ice-type specialist who has Satitan as his partner, a Pokemon that was shown off to us, and we'll get a look at it here in a minute. He is usually cool-headed, but when battles get heated, he starts showing the emotions he usually keeps pushed down. So Grusha here is obviously in like a winter coat, has this really cool scarf. It's got a Pokeball design at the end of it. Here's Grusha's sprite, and then here's Satitan. So I really like Grusha's design. I wasn't expecting Grusha to kind of be a snowboarder. From some of the other images that were supposedly leaked and whatever, kind of looked like that Grusha would have been like a ninja of sorts, but I do like the design and kind of the character herself, or his-self. Sorry. Here we have Jack. I'm calling him Jack until I can remember how else to pronounce it. Mr. Jack is your homeroom teacher, and he teaches biology. He is very knowledgeable about Pokemon biology and is the developer of the Pokédex app for the Rotom phone. He has a slightly airheaded side to him, and he sometimes loses himself in his research. So we have a pretty, like, chillax professor of sorts here. I mean, like, obviously I know that he's your teacher and not necessarily the professor, but considering that he worked on the Pokédex for the Rotom phone, I'm sure that plenty of people will probably consider him a professor, kind of like how we have other professors within the Pokemon lore and games that aren't actually the professors, but we treat them as such. So here we have Penny, and Penny seems to be carrying around some type of Eevee purse. Oh, fluffy Eevee bag. Cool. So here we have Penny is the same grade as you. She has a bit of a shy personality, and for some reason she doesn't seem to come to the academy very often. Sounds like she might get expelled or something. She is especially fond of her fluffy Eevee bag and always has it on her back. So I'm going to assume that she has an Eevee. But that's kind of cool. So I could see her using the new mechanic that we'll talk about with her Eevee. Alright, so that's all of the Pokemon. Let's see if they changed the... For the first time in the series, 1 of 2 different professors will appear in Scarlet. Okay, yep, no. So it doesn't look like that they changed the details for the pre-existing characters. Let's check Nimona. For Nimona has a sunny and energetic disposition, loves Pokemon battles, experienced trainer, not the best at throwing Pokeballs. Yep, that's stuff we already knew. Alright, so now let's look at Pokemon. So, of course, we have Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxly. Then we have Koraidon and Miraidon. These were 2 Pokemon that we could actually see you riding on from what it looks to be the very beginning of the game. Kind of like a How to Train Your Dragon scenario of you find the legendary Pokemon and then you assist them and then they assist you kind of deal. So it looks very cool. They have different forms depending on what terrain they're crossing. When they're crossing land, when they're climbing rocks or cliffs, when they're flying, and I think we saw one of them swimming or something. But yeah, so we got a look of them in their different forms. Let's see if the pictures will show them. No, it doesn't. Alright, well, we'll look at those here in a minute then. Then we have our first new Pokemon, Satitan. And I don't actually think that they are purposefully listing them in this order. Like, it's probably... Well, this is a very random order, because Lechonk's smack dab in the middle, and then Palmy and Smoliv are here. These are in order, Pokédex order. These 2 are obviously here because they're box art. So I wonder if they're just kind of meshed. They're not alphabetized either. So I wonder what this whole outline here is for. So I don't know if like Satitan is the first one you find, as opposed to like Fido or Lechonk. But it's got to be relatively early. If the first gym leader, or closest I should say, instead of first, gym leader has this. Ooh, Thick Fat and Slush Rush. Those are 2 pretty good abilities. So Satitan, Terra Whale Pokemon. It's a mono ice type. Height 14, is it kilometers? I think it's kilometers. Or maybe feet, because it's got the thingy there. I don't know. Oh yeah, I guess it is feet. 14 feet? Dang. And then 1,500 pounds. This is a heavy Pokemon. Heaviest Pokemon weights. Let's check this real quick. Oh my gosh. Ice Rider. Oh wait, no, Eternatus. Okay, so 2,000 pounds. Okay, so it's up there. It's probably, what was that, 1,500? Oh, okay. No, so it's not even as heavy as Ice Rider Calyrex, but it's like up there. Probably top 15, definitely top 20. So strong muscles and thick blubber. Satitan, oh, plural. Satitan need to have tough muscles to be able to support their immense bodies and physical attacks using their bodies have incredible power. They also migrate around the snowy regions, protected by a thick layer of subcutaneous fat. The horn on the upper jaw freezes its surroundings. A Satitan has 5 hard horns. Among them, the horn on the upper jaw, which seems to be this middle one, I guess, is able to gather ice energy, making the surrounding temperature extremely low and freezing the area around the Pokemon. So, for mono, ice types are one of the worst in the game, to the best of my knowledge, and for it being a mono ice type is very bad as well. But these are some pretty good abilities, and it seems like it's like kind of a tank. Like, it focuses on physical moves. I'm not really sure how many physical ice type moves there are, especially with ice being considered one of the first special types, like before the special physical split. Every ice type thing was a special move. So having a physical ice-type Pokemon will be interesting, to say the least. So here we have Fido. Scarlet and Violet are very, very good with these like cute little names here. Lechonk, Smoliv, Fido. This is just too good. Puppy Pokemon. Fairy type. Height is 1 foot, I guess. I think that's 1 foot. 24 pounds. Ability, Own Tempo. I forgot what Own Tempo does. Let's see. Oh, prevents it from being confused. Oh, even from moves like Thrash and stuff. So that's pretty good. Hopefully it gains a move to use that ability with to the best of its ability. This Pokemon... Oh, I don't know what I did there. This Pokemon has a moist, smooth feeling to it. Fido's moist, smooth skin has elastic qualities and is both firm and soft at the same time. When these Pokemon become excited, they intimidate their opponent by buffing up their bodies to appear bigger. Its breath contains useful yeast. Fido ferments things in its vicinity using the yeast in its breath. Said yeast is useful for cooking, so this Pokemon has been protected by people since long ago. This is probably one of Arven's Pokemon then, since it is food related. There's also, I recall there being leaks a while back of multiple puppy or dog Pokemon, and I think there was rumor of one of them being feminine, like when it evolves it looks more feminine. So I wonder if the fact that like it inflates its body and stuff can relate to that fact of it, maybe it being a feminine-esque evolution, or it stays on all fours, you know? We haven't had a quadruped dog Pokemon since, I think, Lycanroc, but even then, you know, they like to make those things on 2 legs. So then we have our first regional form, Paldean Wooper, the poison fish Pokemon. Do regional Pokemon have their own dex? Have their own dex descriptions? Because that said poison fish. Where is Alolan Ninetales? I want Alolan Ninetales. Oh, it just takes me to... Huh. Let's try Pokemon Database. Alolan Ninetales. It's Fox Pokemon. Huh. I wonder what Pokemon that has a regional form would change like that. Maybe Zoroark? Illusion Fox Pokemon. Baneful Fox Pokemon. Okay. So yeah, they change Pokédex categories. Poison Ground type. Interesting. A foot and almost a half. Yeah, close to a half. 23 pounds. Poison Point and Water Absorb. Both are 2 pretty decent abilities. They live on the land and cover their bodies with a poisonous film. In ancient times, Wooper lived underwater in the Paldea region, but it seemed after losing its struggle for territory, they began living in bogs on land. To keep from drying out while living on land, they began to cover their bodies with a poisonous film. So the poison, I guess, then acts as a type of, like, water replacement, you know? Powerful poisonous liquid emits from their tough gills. These Woopers gill... Why is it plural here, but not anywhere else? That's so weird. These Woopers' gills have hardened thanks to living on land for so long. Their bodies are heavy and they move slowly, but they can protect themselves by shooting powerful poisonous liquid from their gills. You may see poisoned Pokemon in areas where these Wooper live. Oh, that's really interesting. So when you probably approach said Pokemon in battle, they'll already be poisoned. That'll be pretty cool. I can imagine Arven, with his whole thing of making food and stuff that help Pokemon, I can imagine Arven having some sort of interaction with these Wooper territories. So, but this is interesting. After losing in a struggle for their territory in water, I guess. Quagsire has always struck me as kind of like a swamp-ish Pokemon, mostly from the Sinnoh Safari Zone. So I wonder if the original Wooper lived in the ocean and lost its territory that way, or if it lived in Paldean swamps and lost its territory that way. I don't know. That's pretty interesting. But Paldean Wooper, Poison Ground. I don't think we have Poison Ground types yet, but that's a pretty cool one. And yeah, that was it for new Pokemon. So let's look at gameplay and see what gameplay has to offer. Nemona, throwing Pokeballs. That may have been Okay, so that's everything new, I guess, that seems to be on the website. Oh, here we go. The oldest school in the Paldea region. Fight alongside friends, new forms discovered. Okay, let's start with this. We'll just start from the bottom and work our way up. Okay, look the way you want to when you explore the Paldea region. Arrange your looks and hairstyle to freely change your appearance. In Scarlet and Violet, you can now make changes to your character's eye shape and mouth shape, and look more the way you want to look. You can, of course, change your hairstyle, hair color, and eyebrows at salons too, so look your best when on your treasure hunt. Use all sorts of items to make your uniform fit you, so you will be sticking with a type of uniform, but it looks like you can customize that pretty drastically, because here's the base Violet trainer, and then here are some other alterations. So overall, looks like that while it is limiting in the fact that you have to be in your school attire, there's a variety of different ways that you can also look, especially with changing your eye and mouth shape. That's pretty interesting as well. So, okay. Receive a special Pikachu as an early pre-order bonus. By purchasing Scarlet and Violet early, you will receive a special Pikachu as a gift. This is it. We'll talk about this crystallization thing with the balloons in a minute. This Pikachu has two unique characteristics. It knows the move Fly, which it normally cannot learn. Its Terra type is Flying. We'll talk about that. You can receive it by choosing Get via Internet from the mystery gift feature in your game up until Tuesday, February the 28th. Note, you will need to connect your Nintendo... Okay, yada yada yada. Yep. Okay. It takes approximately 1 to 1.5 hours of playtime before you can access the mystery gift feature to input the serial code. So note that right away you can't get Pikachu. Give it about an hour into playing. That's probably like the tutorial-ish segment, if I had to imagine, and you can get this flying Terraform Pikachu. Alright, well, now that we dealt with Terraform Pikachu, we're just going to skip to talking about the terrestrial phenomenon. What is the terrestrial phenomenon? This phenomenon is found only in the Paldea region, which they always say, and makes Pokemon shine and glimmer like gems. When a Pokemon terastallizes, a Terra Jewel appears above the Pokemon's head like a crown, and the Pokemon's body glistens like a cut gemstone. It's said that terrestrial energy that seeps from the ground of the Paldea region is involved in the phenomenon, of course. Many details remain unclear, but Sada and Toro are researching the mystery. Okay, so not only do they research like past and future, but also the mechanic, which makes sense. A Terra Jewel and the luster of the Pokemon's body differ depending on the type. So here we have what seems to be a grass Terraform Sprigatito, a fire Terraform Fuecoco, and a water Terraform Quaxley, which just makes sense, right? The Terra Jewel and the luster on the Pokemon's head or body differ depending on the type. All Pokemon, and they call the Paldea region home, can terastallize. Master terastallizing, and it sounds like that there should be another R here. Terastallizing is what I want to say. And dominate Pokemon battles. Terastallizing holds the key to victory or defeat in battles in the Paldea region. All Pokemon in Paldea can do that. First, each Pokemon has a Terra type. A Pokemon's Terra type is inactive until the Pokemon terastallizes, at which time the Pokemon's type will change to its Terra type. So if you have, well, let's use the Pikachu for an example. You have a Terraform or a Terra type flying Pikachu. When it terastallizes, it turns into a flying type. For example, some Eevee have a normal Terra type, but some others have flying. There are 18 types, meaning that there are countless combinations of Pokemon and Terra types. Terastallizing a Pokemon allows you to enhance your battle strategies by increasing the power of any move. Terastallizing a Pokemon allows you to enhance your battle strategies by increasing the power of any move that have the same type as your Pokemon's Terra type, or by changing your Pokemon's weaknesses. I think it's meaning, I don't think it means or in the sense of one or the other. I think it means that it grants you both. increasing the power, or allows you to enhance your battle strategies by so-and-so, or also changing your Pokemon's weaknesses. Because like the Pikachu, for example, no longer weak to ground type, it's now weak to ice and rock and electric. So, okay, I see, but I do wonder what this is going to do to, say, like, dual-type Pokemon. So, like the Wooper, for example. Say you catch a Paldea Wooper, and its Terraform is water. So is it going to be water poison or water ground, or is it going to nullify both of those types and just become pure water? Really weird. Really weird. When to activate the special transformation and the combination of Pokemon and Terra types, you choose... Okay, whatever. Oh, when to activate, I see. Find what works best for you to gain the upper hand in battle. So here's a Lilligant with the Grass Terra type. So Pokemon of their type can have the Terra type of their own type. So Lilligant's a Grass type, so it has a Grass thing. The crown here seems to probably be normal, but then we also see the Eevee here with water. So I wonder, what sounds like to me is that any Pokemon can have any Terra type, right? So, like, this Lilligant could have been fire, or ghost, or poison, or whatever. But I feel like what's probably going to happen is most Pokemon will have their default typing as their Terra type. And then to get ones that are of other types, you have to use other methods, like breeding, or if you're just really, really lucky, you can find one in the wild. Those raid battles that they showed are going to do that. So I can see these being hunted, like you're going to want to hunt these, kind of like shiny Pokemon or whatever. So yeah, okay. You can terrestrialize a Pokemon once per battle, and the transformation will last until the battle ends. So kind of like Megas, I guess. But I wonder if a terrestrialized Pokemon faints, if you revive it, if it comes back in its terrestrialized form. Because I think Megas do. I'm pretty sure, like, if your Mega Charizard faints and you revive it, it's still Mega Charizard until the actual battle itself is over. Although I could be wrong. When a terrestrialized Pokemon uses a move that matches its Terra type, and at least one of its original types. Ooh, wait a minute. When a terrestrialized Pokemon uses a move that matches its Terra type, so Pikachu with Fly, and at least one of its original types, so not Pikachu with Fly, the boost to that move's power will be even greater. So if a Pokemon's original type and Terra type match, then you get an added stab benefit. Like, if you have a normal type Eevee, takedown and tackle, whatever, is going to do more damage. But if you have Terra type flying Pikachu, use Thunderbolt, it's gonna do just regular Thunderbolt damage. And it's not gonna be stab anymore either, because it's now flying type, after you terrestrialize it. This is really interesting. I really like that you can mix and match types mid-battle, because that adds a whole new gameplay mechanic for competitive, without the whole, like, convolution of, oh, a third type, you know? So it sounds like this is gonna replace a pre-existing type, or replace both existing types, and just make it that one. So, like, Charizard, if you have a Water Terraform Charizard, it's probably just gonna be Water type. Like, it's probably not gonna be Fire and Flying. You will need a Terra Orb to terrestrialize Pokemon. Only select trainers are allowed to carry the special item. Once you terrestrialize your Pokemon, your Terra Orb will lose all of its terrestrial energy. You won't be able to use it again until it's been recharged. You can charge your Terra Orb if you touch crystals overflowing, or go to a Pokemon Center. Okay. So you can't just use it 1,000 times in the wild, like Mega Evolution or Z moves. Which is probably why those games were considered so easy, is because you got those mechanics around, like, the 3rd to 4th gym, or, you know, like, at the end of the first trial for Alola, and you can use them everywhere. Whereas, like, Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing were a lot more restricted by the fact that you can only use them in certain areas. Those games were still easy, but the gimmick wasn't as just, you know, freeload. So this does allow you to take the gimmick with you everywhere, but you can't use it at all times. I like that. Okay, cool. Let's get rid of these tabs. The story unfolds the way you want to. We already know pretty much about this. It's just there's no set path that you have to follow. You can do as many other gyms as you want. So yeah, although there is a lot here. Weave 3 grand stories into your adventure as you meet Pokemon you've never seen and unique characteristics. These titles have the hallmark Pokemon story of going to gyms and aiming to become a champion, but there is no set path. You can go to whatever gym you want to. Furthermore, there are 2 other grand stories beside your pursuit to becoming champion. And many trials and tribulations await you in these stories. Please look forward to finding what they are. Okay, so it looks like there's going to be 3 main objectives. It sounds like the gym challenge and Victory Road and the champion is taking a back seat. Like, it's still there for people who want to play it traditionally, but it sounds like while that is going to be a main objective, it's really something that you do along the way of doing the other 2 stories. I like that. Furthermore, you can freely go back and forth between all 3 stories, allowing your... Okay, yeah. Makes sense. So like side quests kind of deal, except it's 3 main quests that you do all interchangeably. I like that. The Paldea region has the Pokemon League and special class of pro-ranked Pokemon trainers who have achieved champion rank. So not champion status like Champion Diantha or Cynthia or whatever. It's more like conference winners, like in the anime. Interesting. There are facilities called Pokemon Gyms in many towns, and the leaders of these gyms are awaiting the... yada yada. There are no set path. You can purposefully seek out a stronger... They don't scale. They don't scale. Or you can simply stop by a gym that happens to be located... They don't scale. Because otherwise they would always scale to your level, and they wouldn't need to say you can purposefully seek out a stronger trainer. Because otherwise they would all be around the level you are. No. There is a set... Oh, wow. That's going to be really interesting. Because, you know, you have, like, the fun idea of working backwards, or just doing the 8th gym. But you would still need to get all 8, right? Like, you can't just do the 8th gym and then go to the Victory Road. So, if you beat all 8 gyms that spread across the region and collect their gym badges, you will be able to take on a special test called the Champion Assessment. If you successfully pass the assessment, your strength will be acknowledged and giving you champion rank, making you an object of admiration for other trainers. Okay, so yeah, you don't become champion. You just are on the power level of 1. Polish your skills with many other trainers per Champion Lake. Gym leader of the Glissado Gym, Grusha. Grusha used to be a professional snowboarder. We already know that. Okay, so kind of sucks that it doesn't scale. Or at least that's the impression I'm getting. This looks like you finding something terrestrial to whatever, right? That looks like Arbin. So, okay, really interesting. Enjoy Pokemon with friends. One thing I did notice was that it looked like that you can have, like when your friends are with you, you can have Koraidon and Miraidon, like right here. So you can all fast travel together. That'll be pretty cool. Take your Pokemon out for a stroll. This looks like... I thought this was a battle in the trailer. A tag battle. But I guess if you look closely, the Pokemon aren't actually in line with the trainers, like they're in battles. Like this character's all the way over here. This character's here. You're pretty far away from Hatterene, and these 2 are really close. So this just seems like you can throw your Pokemon out and hang out. And then here we have what looks to be fighting a Dragon Terraform Dragonite with a Water Terraform Slowking with Finian and Clawitzer. So I guess we can confirm that these Pokemon are in the game. And then, yeah, that looks like a Dragon Terraform Dragonite. Although I can't really tell what its crown is supposed to be. Yeah, and then so that's raid battles that you can do. That you can team up with your friends in the Union Circle, which are the little spawn-in points by the Pokemon centers we saw. In the Poke Portal, there are 2 features allowing you to trade. Link Trades and Surprise Trade. Link Trades lets you trade with a specific person. Surprise Trade is Wonder Trading. Makes a lot of... Yep, battle together. You can do that. There are many battle formats. Hone your skills in Pokemon battles with trainers from all around the world. So I wonder if that means, like, formats as in single and double, but also, like, single and double with or without terrestrialization. I highly doubt it means the return of triple or rotation battles. Maybe tag battles it could also mean, like 2-on-2s, but I don't know. Oldest school in the Paldea region is what, your school is, but it did look like that there were 2 different schools, so we'll take a look at this. At Naranja, oh my, Naranja and Yuva Academy, you can meet new people, new Pokemon, and a new you. In the center of Paldea sits the largest city in the region, Messagoza. I'm having a hard time with this. It is here that you'll find a school boasting its history. Age is not the issue of enrollment here, so... Oh, okay. Children and adults. It seems there are a few classes that you can take with Pokemon too. I wonder if that's how you're going to EV train, if EVs do return. Yep, school, the name of the school, its emblem and uniforms will differ depending on the region. As the main character, yada yada yada. Okay. Oh, and the new forms. Ooh, I really like that art. That's really cool. So yeah, so you can see here that I forget which one's which. I think the future one is Miraidon. So Miraidon levitates, and this one, in the trailer, it was like hopping, like a regular animal. That's not the word. Hopping's not the word. But see, it's on its legs. Obviously, that one is too. So this one's crawling. This one's jumping. But this one travels just by its legs. It doesn't actually use the wheels on its chest, which are really interesting. Have even more forms than those that were already discovered. These Pokemon are capable of changing their forms to cross terrain. Sprinting and drive mode. Oh, sprinting build and drive mode. So they're called 2 different things. That's the, is it Evangelion that has this screenshot? It's some anime that does. Sprinting build, Koraidon. May look like a motorcycle, but it uses its legs to run on all 4s. Swimming, aquatic. Okay, that looks a little cursed. Swimming build and aquatic mode. So build as in like body build, and mode as in like different mode or whatever. So here we have gliding and glide mode. So that's really cool. It's using the feathers on its head. I love that so much. And then, yeah, it sprouts out wings. So, alright, that's really cool. I think that might be it for... Oh, and then here's the region map. Yep. So that looks really cool. That looks like the... Wow, then this really is big. Because that looks like the center town where the academy is. And then this is everything else. Wow, that looks like a Pokemon Center right there, a town, some farmland. There's your ice area. I wonder if that's where Grusha is. But with them showing off Grusha, and we got a bunch of other like early game stuff, you would think Grusha would be somewhere basically here, in like wherever the beginning part of the game is, rather than all the way up there. But I presume the goal is to kind of like, well, not a goal, but you can like go around in a specific direction, I guess. But anyways, I'm really looking forward to this. This was a lot of fun. Reduced motion? Oh, that's cool. I can scroll through that without the website moving around. But yeah, so new Scarlet and Violet stuff. I'm really excited about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Peace.